Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix, and now we are still struggling, we're still trying to survive the next wave of enemies. In this case, I have lots of ruins, we're going to keep them here, and we got now six big baddies blueprinted out here that I would like to build once I can. We can actually go ahead with 4 of them already. That sounds pretty good. 4 of them would cost me 56 influence points. And yeah, we could afford it now. We have the 200 reinforced concrete. I'm waiting for building 5 of them at least, right? I don't see a big fleet coming our way right now. So this is one of my goals here. The other one is that we do need to, I'm going to rebuild once more my medium oil harbor, but we're going to make this a bit different this time. It's getting constantly destroyed and I can't afford 2 defensive positions here. I can't build this one up anymore. It's just too expensive overall, right? It's just best if I get rid of that and just move our oil harbor here, right, to the other side. We already have the foundation for that. That would be this road there. And I'm just going now to move my trains all the way through the city. So this was already planned, of course, as well. But the big but is it's going to happen in here. So we are going to make the oil harbor in this area where we have the big baddies and whatnot. Problem is the shipyard. This one I will unfortunately need to move, and probably to pretty dangerous terrain, right? It's going to be somewhere over here. Or actually we even move it over here. It is possible to move it there, right? So let's just have it this area. Wait a second, now that I think about it, we could implement it here. Now let's just, the shipyard is extremely cheap, right? The rebuilding that is no problem. Rebuilding the medium oil harbor is a problem all the time. So we're doing this. The only thing I still need to do is I still need to move those cannons. So it's going to be really tight here, as we can see, right? And I just can't change that because we just really do need these cannons in here. And then I can go ahead and move the oil harbor now to the other side. So this has been destroyed a few too many times for my taste, and I can't rectify this anymore. I can't justify this anymore to have it destroyed all the time. It's just really expensive, especially when it comes to my reinforced concrete. So we're going to move this one, and the only thing I need to do now here is the tracks. The tracks I needed to build at some point anyway, right? So it's not a bad thing. I needed to build that at some point anyway, because we do need the electrical power plant for the city then as well, right? 2 of them probably, one here and one over here or something like that. So that's fine. The problem that I can only see is that this is a very long track and there's only going to be 1 train on it, right? Because whenever there is a second train, it has to wait for this track here to be available. So what we could do, we could continue with the tracks all the way here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a loop here. And then probably, this is going to be tricky, but it's possible. We're going to move, or we're going to have the tracks then going through this side there. We will have to destroy something, I think. There's no way around that. We do have to get rid of these guys here. So that's 1 engineer that I'm losing with that. I mean, I'm not really losing it, right? We're just moving them. I'm going to move these artisans there. Yep, behind the university. This artisan, and then that last artisan. Where could I squeeze you into? Yeah, over there, just fine. Do you still have the school? School is fine, university is also fine, right? And then we have this road, or this track. There you go. And here, it's probably going to be like that. This house here still has its road connection with that, right? We're going to make it through this area and then all the way up. There you go. And all the way down. That makes sure now that we can have 2 trains running this line, right? Because one will probably want to deliver oil, while the other one gets the oil to a power plant or to this power plant up here. And it just makes sure that we can have several trains. We will further enhance this by having a double track here. We already have a useless road there. which I don't really need. So that, there you go. I could actually make this whole thing here also tracks, because these guys here have their entrance on the other side anyway. And these are factories, so that is golden too. So let's have a double track system going all the way down there, right? So that's where the trains can also interchange, or can also, you know, bypass each other without problems. So I think this is a pretty good system. Let's repair the medium harbor. We do get the oil, and the oil should actually be transported right away to the power plant then. There you go, right? Off it goes. And I'm hoping that here output storage is full. There is the train going to the power station. There should actually be the train then going outbound. It's not. Oh, because it's still full, right? Yeah, it's still probably too much oil there right now for the storage, but that should still work. We're just going to leave this one for now. And then I have, of course, the crossings for my street. So here and here, like so. And there's a double crossing, and probably here too, right? And that one's already there. That's fine. And then here we still have some of these crossings here that I need to do. Otherwise, those poor houses will not have any connection to the harbor. There you go. And here as well. Very important. Yeah, that's fine. Here. There we already have one. And there we have one. Perfect. So that's it, right? There we have them. And for this area here, that is not looking so great. Either we have a wall in between, so we have the industrial wall, right, that I could just implement here, making it possible. I like this idea actually, because here we could have the gates then, right? I mean, you don't have to need trees everywhere, right? Then we have a gate here. There you go, up to this point, right? And then we just have the wall connecting them. Alright, that's possible, right? So the train, we could have trees there too, but why? Let's have the walls there for now. It's fine. It's absolutely okay. We have trees everywhere anyway, so let's just keep it like that. And what else we should need? No, actually I think we're golden. Yep, I'll probably just repair now my sand mines there, and that's the end of it. 208 tons of reinforced concrete, so I'm still not able to really build that many big baddies. It's 4 of them still, so we want really at least 5, and then some smaller cannon towers there that just act as a tank, right? So as a soaking point for the cannons before it reaches the big baddies then, so that they can fire longer, because they fire twice as strong as my cannons. Alright, fine. We do also need to look at my docklands there real quick, as the soap is making its way up to legendary. Only 200 more volume is needed. Perfect. We have the punchers then. We have the timber. The puncher is also moving up in the world. Perfect. The fried plantain. Sewing machines. Yeah, 200 more tons there. So this one will reach a rare level as well. Anything else that we have there? No, unfortunately not. How's it looking with the sausage? Why is the sausage not leveled up yet? It will though in the next turn. So that's something. And we do need a new trade contract there as well. I think I can still, yep, go ahead with one export office. There you go. I will be able to build a few more once we have more items level up, right? But this one is going to be pretty good for us, because with that we can import zinc. And I do need that zinc. Either it's zinc or it's brass. Brass does need though importing goods, cement. Plus also, brass is just, I mean, we could go for brass right away. Is it better or a bit of zinc? Copper we have, and getting brass myself. It's expensive and it's also polluting, right? But I think that's a tricky one. Well, I guess there's only way to find out, and that is by importing cement, right? So we do need actually not that much, so it's not that steep of a price here, 1,400, and then I just need to have something like, I guess advanced weapons might be the one to go here. Yes, why? We have 180 of that. I don't need that many. 20 tons for one big baddie, and I can't endlessly build big baddies, right? So we already have far enough, because I only need like 100 tons for the big baddies. So getting the cement in with 25 tons, yep, that would be one trade. it would be one trade only necessary, and we could have all the cement in the world. The only thing I need is a bit more storage, otherwise we cannot afford that. Yeah, upgrade the harbor area. This one gives me another 250 storage, so let's go ahead with this. Going to the highest level. And then I might also just add a couple more depots to this, to my area.
Ceasefire has ended.
And since we are already in a pretty messy state here... Oh, wait a second. I can't actually get rid of these two cannons there because I'm going to have the big baddies done there anyway. So that's that, right? So that we have another row. So there is a nice little canal forming up then here. And that's it, right? So with the next trade, we will be able to unlock brass right away, and that's that. We have a surplus of the advanced weapons of 3, so I'm not going to need that much of it. So we might actually use advanced weapons then for importing brass, right? So the value could be there, very, very possible. All right, so there's an outbound train now. I really would like to see 2 trains here. So there is still no train. Oh, it's loading right now from this one. And by the way, there is a destroyed furnace. Let's also repair this one quickly in this busy area. I might actually go ahead and just have these roads here also upgraded. For an industrial zone, that's just pretty important actually, and I've neglected that for far too long, because better roads of course lead to shorter transportation times, and that leads to more profit long-term wise. Actually, short-term wise, right? We can make this profit right away. Let's make the connection here as well. This was actually necessary. I think we have not boosted the canneries up to this point. Now they're boosted. And yeah, that's all paved anyway. Very good. Oh yes, I'm excited for the next trade there. That's going to be a very good trade. The only thing I still need to look at is the soap, that we keep producing more of that. The first thing is, I think they're lacking the tallow now. I do need to get us a few more rendering works, so let's go with 4. There you go. They're also boosted, right? Yep, all of them have electricity. And then I do need a few more piggies, and we're going to do this over here. Let's get rid of this lumberjack hut. There is this tiny area. Let's get rid of both of them, because I think we really don't need them. I mean, let's go ahead and use this area for 1 at least, right? And also, I don't need that many sawmills anymore, so let's get rid of 2. So that we keep that intact. And then I can just move a few of these pig farms over. So where do I have a good one that I can use? That one here, with its layout, right? That's easily usable. There you go. And probably, we're going to have a wall there, right, to the people. And we make it like that. Yeah, I think we're going to make it like that. And then we can have more on that side. Perhaps this one. And then another one down here. Right, and those fields we probably will be able to squeeze in like so. Yep, very good. We only need then a warehouse here. And a warehouse over here. Right, and what I want to do here is also then a wall, so that we have the entrances to the pig farms and then the wall around it, to keep the view away from my people. They don't have to see how we make sausage and soap for that matter. There you go, a nice little wall around it. We don't need it here though. Let's just build the wall. Very good. Then we have the warehouses, and let's build all the piggies there too, with their farms. I think also with their silos right away. Yep. We have the resources for that. And then I'll build the gates there too. Just going to need me some grain there, some additional one, but that's going to be fine. Yeah, and then we have our new pig farms now over just beside my farmers, so they basically work here. And there is this separation. I think that's going to make, or I think that's making a lot of sense in this area for the pig farms. Good. Where is Tobias? So 1 more minute. However, he's not that much needed. With the new pig farms, we have an equal production and consumption. So If I'm actually getting piggies in, am I? I'm not. Very good. I don't need to. So with those pig farms, that was a nice coincidence because I didn't even count on that. We have an equal balance. We even have a bit of a surplus, which is the goal, of course. Very good. Despite our rendering works all being boosted. So this is all sustainable. Let's actually build the other two here too. Doesn't make sense that those two would be blueprinted and that's it, right? There you go. And with those, we should have now a nice tallow production then, right? The consumption is at 32 and the production will be at 32. So then we have an equal production for tallow. We have an equal production then for pigs. And the soap will be then just very nicely sitting at 30. A 30 surplus per minute, leading to 600, 700 for each trade around that. 700 to 55. We of course export way too much soap, so I will probably the schnapps get the advanced weapons in it, right? Because I think only 10 tons will be enough for that. But I need to ease the pressure on soap a bit. But let's just wait for this beautiful trade now. And he will tell me, yes, upgrading my export goods was successful. And 2 of them have been upgraded, so let's just check this out right away. We got the cement. Why not? We should have gotten all the cement though. Look at that, 1.6 we are. And we only imported though 1.3. Did we have so much cement over? That's unlucky. I click on it again. Nope. 138. Really, we did not get all of it in. Very strange. Okay, now it is actually unlocked. That was just a very strange thing, but yeah, reloading it actually did make the trick here, because we did not have that much, we did not had that much in it, so that's it. Soap is, by the way, completely out now, alright. Let's go ahead and stop the cement there again. And I would like to use brass now instead. And as you can see, we do have a nice ratio here, but 35 is of course too much. Since we're getting 3 per minute, we have a surplus of 30, 60, 70. Let's make it 30 here, because we do need some, of course, still for my protection. And also, I would like to use some here for the schnapps. That we get this one in, but that is, of course, way too much. I think 10 will just do fine. Oh, we don't even need to get 10, right? We could do 6 and that would be already the demand there as well. So 6 of them. Let's make it 8. And with that, we are wasting 38 advanced weapons. We're producing more than 60, so we still have a nice surplus for our big baddies. And I also ease the pressure on my soap, right? We could probably do it for something cheap up here too. So probably instead of soap here for wood, let's also go ahead and use the advanced weapons there. And I have a feeling that we really don't need that many advanced weapons for this one, right? The ratio is 1 to 59. So getting 10. Yeah, 10. Actually, we do need to get quite the volume for that. That's not great. It could. Sewing machines. Sausage is now there for the first time. So we could also go ahead with sausage. Or just keep the soap. I think we need to keep the soap here. The 100 volume. By the way, Miss Hunt is purchasing back the shares. I need to hurry up there. That was 900,000, so the value of these shares is really high by now. And I certainly should not wait purchasing them back, right? And we should also start purchasing our own shares again, because it's really hurting us there too. We're sitting at 11k, that's just nice to see. And yeah, we have with the brass now finally the ability to move up to the investors with my engineers. So we would have everything here now ready. I still need to think about something about the logs here though. That's just absolutely not looking good. We could use the bread. I'm pretty low on many things actually. The bread is a surplus of 3. The sausage is a surplus of 5. There we have the soap. Sewing machines is at 9. Nah, actually, let's do the advanced weapons. There is no other way for me to get the volume in otherwise. And 20 of that will have to do for now. We do need a lot of logs, right? So logs is unfortunately something. We do have at least a minimum need, yeah, of 27 per minute, right? Leading up to 700 around that. So 700 is the minimum that we need for one trade. And I can put it probably down to 15. Let's make it 13. Every ton counts here, right? So that will be good. 13 there, 30 here, and 8 here. So that's already, yeah, almost all the surplus for the advanced weapons that we have, that I'm using there right now. So let's just stick with this plan now. Very good. At least we get the brass in. And with the brass, we can finally start now the spectacles, right? There we have them, glass and brass. I don't need the brass smelters. We're saving a lot with that. The glass maker is the only thing that I need. Problem is, yeah, they're getting destroyed quite easily. Let's build the sand mine here. So I can still build a few additional ones, right? And then we have the glass maker over here. Let's also build 2 more here. So there should be the right ratio. My harbor. Oh, yeah, and they're attacking the sand mine right away. I just built it. This might be a problem, right? The same goes with my fisheries. I think we're also out of fish now. Yes, we are out of fish. This is hurting my farmer workforce there. The AI is just really aggressive with those things now. And I can't have the fish. We'll probably need to start importing that as well soon now. We do have 3 more export offices available, right? So we could make it like that.
Not so long ago.
So that's 3 additional export offices that we have now, right? And that's a lot of trade contracts. I probably will not need that many trade contracts anymore. But I do need to get fish in. And I do need to get sand in. That's going to be, for now at least, right? There is no way around that, unfortunately. Where's my fish? There is fish. And then we have the sand. I think sand we can actually go with already. Yes, we can. The only problem is, what should we use as a product? Now we still have a nice and easy steel surplus of +6 per minute, so I could go ahead and boost my sewing machines further. They're already being electrified. They're already... Oh yeah, sorry, we can actually get rid of this negative production there and boost or bump the sewing machines up again. And +7, that would remove any kind of happiness for the artisans. I'm not doing that. But I can build another sewing machine factory. And we're going to do this. The only question is where. And look at that. There's still a tiny bit of electricity over there. And I might, yes, I can squeeze in 1 more sewing machine factory here. That is getting boosted then as well with electricity. And has a very short route here to the warehouse. So let's do this. That's good. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Then we have the fur coat dealers here. Probably you don't need all of them. We're not getting that much cotton in right now anyway. So there would be another potential slot then for sewing machine. Alright, so with that, we should have a nice surplus of sewing machines then. Right, so once this is all working, we're sitting at 18 surplus per minute. So that's around 400 if I count in the trading times as well that we have available there. I'm getting 300 out here for the grain and for the iron ore, but of course it's not that much because, you know, we are capped on that all the time, so it's not even that much. So I can use sewing machines for that. How very good. And I'm probably going to use it for both of them, right? The ratio should be pretty good. There you go. And then we just need to check once again. I do need around 200 fish for the trades there, right? So let's try it with 20. That's already fine. We're not going to need more than that fish. And then there's the sand, and I think this one is going to look even better for us. Sand consumption is at 8, that's 160. Yeah, let's also say at 200. So that would... Oh, let's make it 30, that I do have a nice surplus for sand all the time, right? So I don't need the sand mines with that. And also the fish production is secured, and I can get rid of these ruins and thus increase our attractiveness there once more. And we probably can also do this, yeah, here for the sand mine. Since it's completely pointless at this point, I cannot keep them active anyway. The moment I build them, the moment they get destroyed. And with that, let's get another glass maker out there. And we have a surplus of 6 glass per minute with that. And that's just fine for my spectacle production. Very good. Because the spectacle factory is only producing at 1.5 speed. So I can have quite a few of them. The only question is, but it does not need electricity, though it is improved, and the space requirement is really small. So I can have them here. How many spectacles do we need for my city? I've stopped the consumption, so I need to get this one up. There you go. We do have some spectacles in store by the looks of it. Yep, some 19. And what is the consumption rate? 1, right? So 1 would be enough already if it's boosted with electricity. But building a few of them is absolutely fine. So 2 of them most likely. And let's actually get them in here instead of the fur coat dealers, right? That we can squeeze in those 2. Both of them are being electrified. So that's already more than enough spectacles for now. There you go. And I'm also going to upgrade this warehouse here to a higher level because of the increased consumption now for that. So far so good. We're still alive, stable, no one is attacking us right now, and yeah, I can't wait now to finalize my productions for the investors. Stay tuned.